Where you at? For dog.
Ready? Yeah. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. You boys like Tulsa Oklahoma. What's going to happen? Pops up, down, pop, Babylon the Great. First things first, turn to the east. Give our first word to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ra'adash. With your petty for time, creating the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostle elders of the great millstone and shalom. To your sister brothers living in the truth and shalom. Brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourself approved. I hear y'all, Shrawler. Hey, this big talk. You know, it's not on mainstream media, but as far as in the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem, the big talk is there are 33 countries that are about to suspend their trades to Babylon the Great, aka America. And they're doing that because of the tariffs that the Trump administration put on these other countries. And that's going to lead to basically the destruction of Babylon the Great. And it's a beautiful thing because Esau Edom did it to itself. They the ones who voted and hollered for Donald Trump to get in office, and Donald Trump is doing what he always do. He's running it like he runs his company. So what does he do with his companies? He run that shit in the ground. So Babylon the Great about to go bankrupt. So I'm going to start out this right here. We're going to start out the first ones first. Because really, if Esau was like had wisdom, if Esau stepped to the side, he has the people that can heal his country. If he just like go to Jake and use Jake's ideas or put Jake to the forefront, which really, if they were smart, they should have used the Israelite president. Because other countries are messing with a Jake, like they would have like built the foreign relationships, foreign affairs. They'd have built it up if they'd have moved with a Jake. That's good.
Remember a couple of hours in the end, we were saying that a lot of countries were trying to bring resources to their neighborhood.
God. So that proves it right there. So I'm gonna start out with this one right here. This first one.
They in Rome. The reason why they want to put a Jake in there because they did that in Rome. They put Nerva in there because they was fucking up, and then that was the end of Edomites being in charge of Rome. They ain't even trying to go down that road again.
I got too much pride. The whole thing is white supremacy. You can't say white supremacy if you leading with a Jake face and a Jake thing like that. So really, they going down because of pride. That's why they going down.
And if the state pride goes before destruction, and the hawkish spirit before a fall.
So I'm gonna bring up this right here. This Jeremiah 51:9. It says, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country. For a judgment reach unto heaven is lifted up even to the sky." So like that priest said, we would have healed Babylon. We can heal Babylon. Jake is the caretaker. Jake know what's going on. Like it be times I be talking to a Jake at my job and we be coming with solutions how to fix America. And he like, dang man, that'll work. You know what I'm saying? Why they don't do that? I be like, cause they stupid. That's why they don't do that. You know, they all about greed and getting money. Like to really heal something, you have to have a caring, nurturing nature. That's not an Esau Edom, man. Like that's totally like totally depleted in that devil. His thing is all about getting money and dominate. You know, he don't care about caring for nothing. And then when it said forsake her, you know, that's what all hope election do, man. This country is out of here, man. It's cooked, it's finito. Now we should be looking to the kingdom of heaven. Like, forget Babylon the Great, man. Jake should not be trying to get 10-year, 5-year plans. I'm trying to get this, man. This place is up. You know, and it says, let us go everyone to his own country. That's happening now. I work with some people from foreign countries. They all done went back home. As right now, it's a thing on YouTube going viral and TikTok. You got Edomites and Jake's talking about leaving Babylon the Great. They all like, get your money up. I'm leaving America. So that's the hot thing now is the fleet. Now, that's in a hopeful leg. We're not going to flee because you're like, shit, it's going to affect, worldwide, So ain't no need in leaving. I might as well stick to the terrain that I know. The Most High said, occupy till I come. It's paraphrasing. So we can get picked up from anywhere. See, Jake think if they run to Africa, they'll be safe. Not knowing that he gonna do his thing over there too.
I have to say, I pray not to take you out, but for you to be kept through it, loosely paraphrasing.
Nah. So we not about to flee. And the reason why Babylon the Great is going down is for a judgment reaching unto heaven. Babylon the Great's wicked works is at its peak. This place is like Sodom and Gomorrah. You got peak alphabet agenda going on right now. All their trafficking is getting rooted up. Because everybody's broke Everybody's in a dire situation. You got crime going skyrocket, robbery, invading one another. With the place going down, you gonna see men ravishing women. You know, because you're not gonna be able to call 911 like that, and wait till the food like inflation hit.
Cannibalism. They're gonna eat each other. Like the scripture speaks of that, and it's what it say. It's nothing new under the sun. So that just means that it's gonna happen again.
God.
So I got one to back you up on that precept. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." And we're seeing that right now. This place is confused. It's just doing all kind of dumb moves. Everybody don't know what to do. They're like chickens with their head cut off because the ruler is Esau Edom, and he don't even know what he's doing. It says, "Come sit." It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no more throne." So at one point in time, this place was like a kingdom of like kings, and now it's just looking like a fucking third world country, and they don't know what's going on.
I also like that part when it says, "Oh, virgin daughter of Babylon," but that represents, a virgin ain't never been touched. In fact, you talk about the whole land of America ain't never been touched by the armies of different countries. So that's going to eventually happen.
Yeah, reading on it says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone, grind meal, uncover her locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." And right now we're seeing the Lord taking vengeance. Like this is plagues coming on this place, man. This is all the Lord's design, even though it's self-inflicted. The Lord put it on their spirit for them to do that, man. So this is the Lord's plan, man. The Lord is bringing this place down, and it's no longer caught up. There's no longer a throne no more. Yeah, they sitting on the ground right now.
The country's fighting for power right now to be number one. Because everybody see that Babylon Great is no longer number one.
Real quick, I got a quick precept that's going to back up what Kadar said. That part where he said, "I would not meet thee as a man," that's talking about Yahweh Shai. He's going to come in at angelic power. All right. And it's also going to what the Octave Tate even said earlier, too, because, we're not going to leave America because of the prophecies of Yahweh Shai. Right? Salakia, by Yahweh Award. All right, this is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. And it says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the praise." All right, and so this is the Lord, he giving us instruction. He said, "Wait ye upon me." Okay, so we know that Yahweh Shai getting ready to come, and he's going to destroy America, and he's not going to meet thee as a man, as the precept said, right? And he said, to the day that I rise up to the praise, but my determination is to gather the nation. What nation did he talk about? He talked about the nation of Israel, right? And he said that I may assemble the kingdom to power upon them, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. See, and that's where Yahweh Shai gonna come, and he get ready to destroy this place. Okay, he's already destroying the economic. All right, and that's getting ready to happen before fold, man. You got it out by how you are.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. It says, "Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They made all the earth drunken. The nations are drinking of her wine, therefore the nations are mad." And that's leading to their war. All the countries are now coming up against Babylon the Great. They're saying the weak saying, "I'm strong." Why? Because made them drink all that, filthiness of philosophy. Put alphabet agenda in your country. I've used for foreign aid. Once you do that, you look up, your country ain't got no strong men anymore. You're like, "Why my man wearing dresses?" "Oh yeah, we did what America said do." Because America is trashed out based on the philosophy of it. And see, it been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Like at one point, like Kodar had said, Babylon the Great was the #1 country in the world. Everybody knew that. It was like nothing to be debated. Everybody knew, hey, come to America, America #1. Now it's debatable. Everybody like, man, I think China got it. I think Russia got it. So that shows that America has fallen. Based on Donald Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again." It's not great no more. So now everybody's mad because, like I said, they made all the earth drunken. Everybody want to follow through what America do. And that shows like that's a way to destabilize your civilization. That's why you took it to Elam, Ishmael. They mad at Babylon the Great. They like, "Man, you got my women on OnlyFans." We had our women in subjection. Yeah, I
No,
got
I was about to say that with the women point. Like that's why the countries don't want the West coming into them because they do that and then their women they turn into whores.
exactly. Because Babylon the Great is known as what? A great whore. You know, she's the great harlot. And that's why America does that. And women are supposed to be in subjection. If you don't control a woman's nature, she'll destroy everything. You know, like Pastor Hart called them chaos goblins. She has to be ruled. She has to be governed. You know, but Esau Edom, he's a natural born simp. I noticed that. This devil weak. That's why romance comes from Rome. This devil, he get the woman, he put on a pedestal because he just so weak, man. You know, they just be so happy to get their little pecker wet that they get a woman everything. And so what it does, it makes the women filled with pride. And since his women filled with pride, all women are filled with pride. And now you got a whole nation ruled by women. So now when you think about Babylon the Great, it really is a woman now. Because really women run Babylon the Great. Men don't run it. Esau gave all his power to his woman because he's weak. You know, now they trying to rein it in. I'm like, bro, ain't no reining that in. These husbands got all kinds of freedom and rights. And they go to OnlyFans, make millions of dollars, let thousands of men pop. Ain't no reining that in because then they're going to say, oh, you taking away my rights. Like, you can't do that now. You done gave the woman the right to vote, work, do all that stuff. I'm looking at Ishmael and, you know, our people that's in their right nature, we had it right. You know, so they got their women in subjection. Even Moab, you know what I'm saying? Moab get mad at he'll cock back and give her a kung fu power. You know what I'm saying?
The scripture say, giving out the woman liberty to gather bride.
Exactly. And what did Esau do? He gave her liberty to gather a bride, man. And now, like all women want to do what the Edomite woman does. You know, and that's all from a Babylonian custom. You know, America. So now everybody like, hey, man, America needs to be controlled. America's out of control. They call it the West. They look at Europe and America, and particularly America, as like the border of wickedness. You do American customs, you will not have a civilization. It's all about Momo activity, putting the woman on top. Like everybody on top except for the man. The man goes to the bottom. The man gets reduced to an ATM and a dildo. You know, Esau doesn't care because he chased money anyway. Like he feel like you supposed to pay for the chick. That's how you get him. You know, you look at Donald Trump, he used tax money to pay for his whores. You know, this devil got so pimpalicious with it. He used it, like I said, the taxpayer. He didn't use his money. He used the people's money to pay for his hoes. So it just got real corrupted, real diabolical. And hey, man, hey, it's gotta go. And now everybody's saying that too. Now everybody's starting to see the problem. You got even Russia. Russia, like, man, we don't do that. You got China, Xi Jinping, like, we don't do that. You got all the Arab nations, Elam, Ishmael, we don't do that. So we need to run it, man. Tell America shut that shit up. And we're not about to do that no more. So now that Esau, you know, he feeling the birds, he trying to change the sway of it, but he can't. His woman like, man, shut your ass up. I've been messing with the pool boy for how long? I'll divorce you, Earl.
The long man.
Yeah, I'll divorce your butt. So he tried to, the Edomite man looking at the Jake man like, oh, I need to be like you. But I'm like, bro, it's too late. You've already set that standard of being a weak, simped out dude. And now look, now Esau mad because the only thing he had to get the woman was the money. Now he ain't got the money no more. Now they're divorcing her, man, and going to Jake, man, because we the ones that got the flavor. And hey, he doing bad right now.
And that's how you can see the fall of a kingdom too, through the woman. Once the men start losing power, the woman flees away to whoever's gonna have power next. Now we seeing the Edomite woman coming to Jake, or the Edomite woman just going everywhere because they don't know where the power going. They just know it ain't gonna be Esau having it. And that's how you can tell. That's how you can tell that Eve, like how far we fell off as a nation, because Eve disrespects her man because we fell off. Now we're seeing the same thing with Esau, man. The Lord is putting curses on them.
I got a quick precept too, because you pretty much broke down one of the prophecies that been fulfilled, and it was Yahweh me outside to put these devils in power, right? And so when you read Daniel the fourth chapter was basically breaking down a dream that Nebuchadnezzar was having. But in 17th verse, and it said, "This is a matter that is by the decree of the watcher and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdoms of men." Right? And so that lets you know that Yahweh outside is in full control, right? And he said that he give it to whomever he will and set it up over it the basis of man. And that goes back into what the author is breaking down, why Esau Edom is allowing these, these hoes, these harlots to run rampant, and he's putting them on the pedestal because that's what they are. They are the basis of man. And right when the author broke it down, they basically proved that their prophecy been fulfilled. Okay, that's who's in control. That's who's running the economics right now. Is the basis of man. All right.
Right now, their economics is bad, man. They money is really, it's all cankered up. They done lost the trade, the tariffs. They put the worst businessman ever in Babylon Great. They appointed him as the head of state, the king of Babylon, and he's just doing what he always does. And now they scratching their head. Every I got Edomites now, my job talk about, I didn't vote for him. And I'm like, dude, are you gonna sit here and like straight lie to my face? Y'all was just smacking hands, bumping chests. Y'all thought y'all just made it, And I did that look me dead in my eyes at work because we talk about how everything's going bad. That's how I know they jumped the ship. This devil gonna tell me, and I didn't vote for him.
And see that, and that's the basis of man. The basis of man is pretty much like that little boy. You know how the preacher says it was in Isaiah the 3rd chapter where it says, women are the oppressors and children rule over them.
God.
And you know how a little kid, when he get caught with his hand in a cookie jar and he got cookies all over his mouth, he said, I didn't eat no cookies. That's the devil right here. Those are the basis of man right there.
And it's a 50-year-old Edomite said that. And then when he said it, the others come and chimed in, talking about I didn't need it. And I'm looking at them like, bro, I don't have that need. I remember what y'all said, but now y'all trying to save face. Because all y'all looking like idiots right now. Because like now, we're like, it's a couple of us, we hold our nuts on Esau like, you voted for that fool. So you a fool too. So now they jump the ship like, nah. Like everybody's hitching their wagon to Donald Trump. That's how I know he's kind of cooked. Now they're like, nah, I ain't with that dude no more. Nah, I ain't with that. Now they trying to say, oh, we got to come with a solution to get rid of him. Because he's not doing what they thought he's going to do. The money now is messed up. Who's feeling the hurt of the economic crunch? Esau Edom. Like, for instance, we could open up camps. We saw, like, coming to camp, I see a lot of bummed out Edomites. I went to Quick Trip to get some ice.
Just exit off a highway. Just exit off a highway. You're going to see them nothing but Edomites.
Yesterday I had a white Edomite bum yell at me because I didn't give him 50 cents. I didn't give you 50 cents, bro.
Exactly. It's your king. Shit cracked out, messed out. You know what I'm saying? They're feeling this crunch or this hurt. I've got the precept for to show that there was prophecy that their money would be in trouble. First, your money going to be in trouble. Next, your military going to be in trouble. And once you have no money and you have no sword, then hey, after that, it's destruction coming. You free fall at that point.
Bring it out.
Go ahead, bring it out.
This is James 5, starting at verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Verse 2, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. And then verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
You hear that? So, hey, the rich men, they hollering right now. They howling. I seen some rich man literally on the YouTube crying like, why is my stocks dropping? Why is this happening? I done lost millions of dollars, man. Somebody got to fix this, Now they hollering, get Trump out of here. Why? Because their money is cankered. Like I said, riches got by deceit. What does it say about the riches?
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8.
Hold on. I still want to break this down. What does it say about riches right there?
Your riches, let me read it one more time. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments.
Right there. Your riches are corrupted. Riches are corrupted because they got rich off the back of Yasharala. We're starting with your so-called African Americans, your so-called Mexicans, and your so-called Native Americans. We the ones did all the work. We put in the work. We made Babylon the great rich. And Jake didn't get nothing for it. Esau profited all the money, sucked it all up, and then told everybody he's great. He's such a smart businessman. See how I do? I got this. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody propped up Esau because he became the rich man. The rich man speak, everybody listen. Lucy paraphrasing. And now they rich and starting to eat their flesh. Now they starting to see, like, especially the working class Edomite. Like, it's eating them up alive. They're like, I can't take it. I ain't got no money. My mortgage behind. My car note. My wife about to leave me. Like, I heard sob stories every day at one of my jobs that's, like, very big in Trump support. They cry. Like, an Edomite come to me and cry almost every day. I don't even know dude's name. I be looking like, dude, what the hell you want me to do about it? What can I do about it? Your wife leaving you because you broke. Nobody told you to live your life based on overtime. Nobody told you to go buy that big old house in Jinx and Broken Arrow on the Wasso, which is the rich parts of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, nobody told you to do that. You know, so they up for crying, and now it's like it's eating their flesh, man. And now that the kicker to it, the nail in the coffin, was they voted for Donald Trump, and he did a reverse of what they thought he was gonna do. You know, so the Lord said, "Hey, you got to cough that up. The first should be last, and the last should be first." You know, loosely paraphrased. And then I got that. You bring it out now.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus 10:8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And it says, why is earth and ashes proud? And that's pretty much going there exactly to that precept that the brother just brought out, man. Like, since Esau and his unrighteous dealings, now we're seeing the fall of his kingdom, man. We're seeing like he can't keep nothing no more. The Lord is taking it all away from him. And it's getting translated from one people to another. That's why we're seeing the end of Esau's kingdom and the beginning of the kingdom to come. That's why they said Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning afterwards. Loosely paraphrased.
Hey, Baba Kashad, you still in James 5?
Yep.
Read verse 4. Huh?
This is verse 4 of James 5. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your field, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Ooh, I like that precept right there. That's backing it up right there. See, the cries of the hopeful elect. You know, Jake been laboring, still not getting enough for our labor, struggling. So the cries now is reaching high by shower shot. He's ready to lift us back up. So to happen to that, he got to mess up Esau's money. Esau's money is all cankered up. And really what they mad about, because when I think about the money coming to Jake, when I look at Jake, Jake's still making a way, man. I just got to dealing with my family. My family, a lot of them still doing good. I'm still trading water somewhat. Like, we still making it. So that shows the Lord is making good on that promise right now. The wealth is transferring. It's coming to Jake. So Esau now is trying to stop it. And his way of stopping it is I'm just blow the whole system up. Like, I'm just light it all up.
And he still making sure the elect get that daily bread.
Exactly. And that right there is hurt Esau feelings. Like, how dare, like, I make more than what this Jake making. He making it, and I'm over instructing it. Like, what the hell is that? You know? And now they're coming with this new plan, which is Jacob's trouble, really is what it is. Rex 84, King Alfred. Now, because Jake is doing good and it's offensive to them, it's the same thing they did in Black Wall Street. We'll just come through and use the sword and just wipe Jake out. Because, I mean, goddamn, it proves that they're all smarter than me. Like, we done oppress these people. I done oppress people all kind of ways. You mean tell me he's still doing good, and I had a system prop me up, and now I'm doing bad? And wait till Trump pull out that Section 8, that food stamps. The majority of people on food stamps are Edomites. And you already know Esau like a caveman. If he ain't got no food, he see Jake over there, little Ray Ray eating good, he gonna use the sword to take what little Ray Ray got. And we trying to tell these little Ray Rays, little 2/3, like, hey man, Esau about to come down to you with Ray Ray. You better prepare. 2/3 telling us, that white man good. That white man believed in me, gave me a job with nobody. I'm gonna share with Esau. Y'all Hebrews like y'all wicked. Y'all evil with that. That's hatred in your heart. You know?
And I love how you said we better prepare. And what I could talk about is one of my favorite precepts, Rock 2:1. He said, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That's what we talk about. We're preparing you. We're trying to prepare you for temptation. What is that temptation going to come? Is by Jacob's trouble. Due to the fact that these Edomites, these devils, they're losing their power. They're losing their kingdom. Okay? So that's when that temptation is going to come, man.
I say, too, like Jake don't know, like the commandment, never trust thy enemy. You're going to see a lot of Jakes take Esau in because they doing bad. When Esau get in, and Esau like, oh, yeah, they got food stacked up. You got waters, all that. They going to knife right in your back. So you let him in, because that's what happens every time. And that's Jake being ignorant, not knowing that they're doing bad for a reason. That's their suffering. Let that devil suffer, man. This devil done live deliciously off for you. You know, you done had to struggle, make a way. Ain't no way you show no love to no Edomite, man. Under any circumstance, let that devil wither and die. Like I said earlier, he didn't get that devil 50 cents. He don't owe that devil 50 cents. Forget that devil, man. Let that devil starve. You know? But see, the 2/3, they so hurt. They got that French Christianity in their heart. Like, how you gonna let that man go home? You wrong for that. They don't understand biblical prophecy. They don't understand what's taking place. And that's gonna be to their destruction.
Yeah. And they're done because they it's like they don't read history or they don't read at all because like that's what they did to us.
Yeah,
Just
God.
give that.
It's in the Bible, like you said, it's in modern history. It's over and over and over again. Lord is like he trying to smack 2/3 Jakes in the head, like wake up, and they refuse to wake up. And they've always been like that. They was murmuring when Moses leading them out of Egypt. Hey, my feet hurt. I want to go back to Egypt. I like getting my back whipped. That's them. They murmured against Yahushua. I don't like to hear that. Y'all get him. Caesar, do something about him. What he said offended me. You know. Then when they was gonna release Yahushua, nah, we don't want him. Release Barabbas. Release him. I don't want Yahushua. He too austere. He hurt my feelings. You know, that's 2/3, man. And now they got to get curb stomped. Esau, he hurt. Esau hurt. When Esau hurt, he's like a crab in a bucket. He'll pull you down and mess you up so he can have his stuff. And Jake don't understand that, man. Jake just want to love the devil, and you can't show the devil no love.
Yeah, and that's what they get, man, because they the ones in the back in the ancient days said, let his blood be on our hands and our children's hands. So that's exactly what they're getting right now.
Real quick, I wanted to read a quick precept too, because this is Sirach chapter 12 and 4, because you know, this is we all know Esau Edom, so-called white man, is that son of prediction. So he's that man, he's that true sinner. And the scriptures also tell you to give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Right? That's a small scripture, but it tells you when it says help not a sinner, that also translates to Esau Edom, the devil, because they're pretty much the reason why sin is running rampant in the country now. And so when you see them down and out, the Lord said not to help them. All right. And when you first read on in that chapter, it tells you that it's gonna come back and bite you, just like Doc was just describing, man. Yeah, man. I can read it, but you know that's just a chapter for you to read on your own when it talk about who to help and who not to help. You know, you give help to the godly man. You know, those of the elect, but the sinner you let them pass on by. You let them with.
I got this right here, Jeremiah 50:2. It says, "Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, hell is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces." You hear that? So all Babylon the Great's idols, everything they put their hope in to save them. Donald Trump, he's an idol. He failed. That one broken, man. Now Esau really butthurt right now, like, because they had their last little hope in Donald Trump. Like Trump.
America dollar is the idol.
Exactly. That one broken. You know, other countries like, I don't want that stinky old dollar. We be dumping all our U.S. treasuries. And we're getting the BRICS dollar set up, man. We don't want that stanky old dollar. That's what all BRICS is about, is to go around the dollar. That's why inflation is going to hit.
Man, the women in this country is idle.
God, they been casted down. Everybody whipping them goddamn Kim Kardashian and Nasty Red and all of that. That's really over with, man. And like I said, declare this among the nations, man. So all the nations are starting to smell blood in the water. They're like, I got next, man. China like, hey, I'm about to raise my flag next. Russia, I'm going to raise my flag next. Now, we know through the spirit whose flag going to get raised up. You know, Yahushua about to rule next. But the other countries, they don't know that. They just see Babylon the Great is down, and they like, I can be number one right now. You got the Arabs. Like, we can be number one if we pull our money together. Like, we got the oil. Right now, I think Babylon the Great wants to go to war with Venezuela. I think over oil. You know, Venezuela like, hey, man, I will bang with you. I got Russia in my back pocket. Like I said, it showed the thing where they was like happy to sign up to go to war with Babylon the Great. And then you look at the Babylonians, America soldiers, they don't want to go to war. They don't want to go to war at all. And it's a move that Donald Trump did that was very, very demoralizing to the U.S. military. He signed the executive order where he gave money to the IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, their troops. Y'all getting they medical paid 100%. And so the troops get their medical paid 100%. Now the Israelis can afford to give their citizens medical 100%. So we got the Babylonians over here whining and crying like, hold up, why we got to pay for this high insurance premium and all this medical? Why is our money going to a whole nother country? That's what I said. That was a very dumb move. It shows that Donald Trump is compromised. So now you got people in the military. I said, we on the verge of civil war. People in the military like, hey, man, I didn't sign up to fight for another country, the Israelis. I didn't sign up for them. I signed to defend Babylon the Great America. So now they all like, Trump got to go. I'm not about to fight. And I was saying on TikTok, really, there was a lot of them saying that. You know, I even did a lesson on it, Yashrala. check out, go down my thing. And they right now, man, they said they don't want to fight. Matter of fact, it's a precept on that. I'm about to get that. The Babylonians don't want to fight anymore. Oh, because he got them set up to fight the citizens. They said they don't want to do that either. I didn't set up to fight on American soil and fight U.S. citizens, but Trump was trying to make them do that. That's why he had to beef up ICE, because ICE is like his own military that answers to him. But U.S. military like, hey, bro, I'm not about to go with that order to fight U.S. citizens because they protesting you. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of U.S. military probably going to help the public. I know I've been heard a lot of veterans say they're going to do it too. So Donald Trump is really about to start the civil war is what he's about to do. They keep letting him. If he keeps going on the path that he is, because the U.S. military is not wanting to fight for whatever he's talking about. This Jeremiah 51:30 says the mighty men of Babylon were born to fight. They remained at their holes. Their might had failed. They became as women. They have burnt their dwelling places, and her bars are broken. And like I said, they burnt their dwelling place. Remember that U.S. military they set us up on fire? That literally happened. This dude set us up on fire for another people in another country because he said his country's doing wickedness, man. And that was big. It was real too. I know they took it off. They try to scrub that like, nah.
It wasn't just one. It was about 2 or 3 accounts like that.
God, see, that's major right there. And then I done seen like we seen an Eve talking about I didn't sign up to fight. I signed up for the GI Bill and to get the benefits. And she told him saying there's a lot of Eves in the military said I ain't about to go fight no war. I done signed up for that. I decided to get my military uniform to work and get money. So because it ain't nothing to fight for. You're fighting for another man's greed. You're fighting the genocide of people. That's not a good thing to fight on. That ain't, the whole nerve is gone. So now they don't have, their sword is looking kind of shaky. That's why Trump has to get his own military force. And they got to use hatred for Jake to be the rallying cry. As far as fighting abroad, for Babylon or America's freedom, that's out the window, man. They said it remained in their holes. Most of them, they just in there getting sex changes and stuff, man. You dudes ain't about to bang on nothing, man. Then you look at other countries' military, and they land on nails, and they breaking like stones with their fists. Like they fight for something strong. They hate Babylon the Great. I think Iran's old chant is what? Death to Babylon? I'm like, God, so other countries, they coming with it. Like, hey, I'll take it. I think one Chinese soldier probably whooped 20 Babylonian American soldiers by himself. Hey, if it's hand to hand, like run right through the Marines, man. No joke. Cause these dudes, but I imagine like at my job, all these ex-military dudes, weak, man. I'm talking about straight weak, man. I know military, they scared to see blood. I'm like, what the hell? Like, dude, you ain't shit. Like, so I'm like, I know if it comes to infantry, Babylon the Great will get wiped. All they got now is technology, missiles, drones, but it's like man to man, hey, wipe the flow. It's Babylon man military. I don't want to see no blood. I'm like, ain't you in the military, homie? Like, you should want to see blood and guts. Navy, the Navy is weak. I done met a lot of dudes in the Navy, ex-Navy that was in the Babylon the Great. Weak. It's matter of fact, my manager at my job, he ex-military. Weak. I like some of the weakest people I know was in Babylon the Great's military, man. Like, I'm like, damn, y'all decided to go to college or something? Like, they don't want no smoke. So it shows me, hey, if it comes to infantry, man, Babylon the Great will get smoked. So all you got now is technology. They get past the missiles. They come man to man. Oh, well, don't get me started on National Guard. Don't get me started on them children. I want Esau to send the National Guard my way. Them is children, bro. All you gotta do is bust one time. They gonna cry. I promise you. I don't know what the heck they signed up for. I work with a lot of them in my other job.
They don't get the military training because that's what my pop was saying. Like when he was when he was in the army, he said they had to train the National Guard on certain stuff.
Man, it was children, man. They gonna cry. I'm looking at the women like, man, they gonna take your gun and rap you, man. You better not. Hey, you better talk about how you took my juice. I wish you would. I said, y'all better send a bang in them, man. They gonna need. They have to arm them with technology. They can't just have no gun to run up on the Babylonians. Babylonians to me is more hardened and more. Plus, the Babylonians got more to fight for. They broke. Right. They mad and they broke. So you got to go and fight a bunch of mad Babylonians and lost their money. This dude done lost all his money on Wall Street. Hey, he ready to crash out.
Even Pookie and Ray Ray, the ones that like to do them shootout, they got more more warrior spirit compared to the
The
National
YNs, yeah, the YNs. I said they might find the YN to run through the National
Right.
Guard.
Right.
I'm like, this old weak dude. I'm like, did they even train you with your big bubble gut? You 22 years old, you ever complain? He can't do a job.
Yo,
He talking about my leg hurt and all this. I'm like, dude, I'm 40 years old. I done threw about 10 of them in there. Yo, 23-year-old butt, and then you in the National Guard. I'm like, did you even pass the test? Did they do like a test where you got to run and jump? Because you way out of shape.
They put the standard low. You know.
Yeah, I see. It had to be low. I'm like, this little Edomite can't even run to him in the truck. He over here, my knee going out. I'm like, bro, you about to go fight somebody? Oh, shut that shit up, man. Shut that shit up. So like we said right there, there's two things to let you know Babylon Great is out of here. The money is bad and the sword is bad. That's the two things that Babylon Great rules with. I rule with the money. Everybody do what I say do. I got the money. So now I ain't got no money. Now if I ain't got no money, I rule by the sword. Now you telling me my sword is weak. Nobody respects my sword. So at that point, you weak. You know, everybody like, hey man, why should I listen to this dude? I should just straight, hey, take his lunch money, man, straight up, man. Plus, everybody looking at the atrocities Babylon the Great done did. That's why Trump is trying to take away all the Smithsonian history. He's trying to erase their history, man. I'm like, bro, you a day late and $1 short. We know what y'all done did.
Shame for spewing on his glory.
Shame for spewing on his glory. We have to get there. You got it.
I got a quick one right here too, because you said they're trying to erase their history too.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is we'll read going back to the first precept that you brought out. All right, so this is Revelation chapter 18. Block, I'm in the wrong. The Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4, and it says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sin, and that you receive not of her plague." All right, and verse 5 was pretty much the point what you mentioned. He said, "For her sin have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquity."
Ooh, I remember her iniquity, man. Sin don't reach up to heaven, man. And everybody talk about it. Even AIs talk about that. People want to chat GPT. Chat GPT is running it down. Like, hey, ChatGPT said, if I come back, I'll be a black man. I'm like, damn. That's how you know. So,
I say that, you know, Esau done.
You got to think, how many Edomites have heard that or said it to ChatGPT?
Hey,
how demoralizing is that? You've been taught to hate these people, and your own system is saying, like, they're the people most closest to God. So, how does that make you feel? How many people in the military ever heard that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're being demoralized right now. And that's the Lord because he's about to destroy these people.
Right. Real quick, verse 6. And it says, "Reward her, even as she rewards you, and double unto her, double according to her work, and the cup which she had filled to her double."
Ooh, that's the fear right there. That's the fear. Because they all thinking about, like, if these people get above us, they're going to do what we did to them. I know that's Esau's greatest spirit. And guess what? It's going to be reality, man. We are going to get ahead of y'all. We are going to put chains around your neck and chains on you and make you work, you know, till you pass out. We're going to do that. And it said, like, it's so bad, it said do double. Right. So what they did does, we got to do double unto them. That's why they're going to be extinct. Because, hey, we're going to work them so hard, they're going to be dropping like flies. They're going to be getting beat. They're going to be getting messed up. The Lord said double it. So if you chop my great-grandfather's foot off, I got to chop both your feet off. Man, you know, I got to double up.
Them things around their neck, you know, some Jake had those jingle bell. And see that's the mockery, because you know why Jake still celebrating, you know, the wicked holidays, and they got the song Jingle Bell. That's where that song came from.
I can see that. Jake so ignorant, but like we're gonna put jingle bells and something else on top of that, nigga. So we gotta double it. Like you get stringed up, lynched, we gotta put a weight at the end of your feet. You know what I'm saying? We gotta double it. We gotta get creative, you know.
Yeah. And that's Esau's around the neck, don't have them spike. You know what I mean? Just like we had a dog, that
on the inside.
Right, on the inside. Where you going, you damn devil?
Yeah, you feel the pain, man. Then we got a thing we can yank it. So it dig in when you get yanked. I said we gotta get creative, man. That's Esau's greatest spirit. That's why he's fighting so hard to bring the MOTB system online. Because he thinks if I can get all Israelites to take the MOTB, I can offset prophecy. These devils, they fighting against you. How about Shah? That's what they fighting against.
They're fighting against their faith.
Exactly. They fate, their destiny to go into slavery. And they're trying to fight against that. And the Lord, the more they fight, it's like the more the Lord just make it happen. Like it's like they just wiggling. It's like in a net. They in a net, and the more they fight, they just tossing and taking themselves up even more. And we just sitting there watching them. You know what I'm saying? I think my chickens like that.
Right.
But they just cracking up. You just watch them just tangle themselves up like you just making it worse, man. Best to be still. And they just jump around. And Esau, man, he's all clipped up, man. And it's a beautiful sight to see. And that's how we know this increases the hope of next faith. All we got to do is keep doing what we doing, man. The Lord is like knocking this devil down. The system is breaking. Better than anything that Jake thought we had to use our own dollar. Jake thought we had to get our own military. We ain't got to do none of that, man. The Lord said, seek my face and my ways, and I will heal your land. We doing that, and the Lord is doing it for us, man. We got to do sit back popcorn like, look at that devil. Oh, man, that devil done lost his house. That devil done lost his car. Look at that devil. He bummed out. That devil on opioids. He on meth. You know what I'm saying? The Lord doing it for us. We ain't got to do all this extra energy to serve the Lord and watch the Lord cook. And right now, he cooking this devil, man. He sauteing this devil. This devil here, like, you got a rich man hollering. You know, it's going to get the point where even the billionaires going to start hollering. Like,
What's that precept? The 7 things a man judging his heart to be happy.
God. Ecclesiastes 25.
Yeah. See the joy of his children and see the fall of his enemy.
God. And we seeing it. We seeing the fall about it. And they falling right now. I'm saying what they told me, like, I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I said, oh, yeah, y'all losing it, boy. That's bad work right there, man. They let me know they, and then, like, my thing is Donald Trump, they last hope. So I'm like, what you gonna run to now? And we know it's gonna be that gun. You know, so watch for these active shooters. We just seen one, Minneapolis?
Yep.
You see the active shooter was an Edomite? That's gonna be more common, because they like, I ain't got no future. What is it like to say? They look out their window, it be darkened. They ain't got nothing about America ain't got no future. No future at all, man. This future is destruction, man. You got World War III bubbling up. And Beverly Great can now fight against the whole world. They're going to lose World War III. Your young Gen Z Edomite knows that. That's why they're taking antidepressants. You know, they know they ain't about to win this. It's over with. So now they trying to get position. I'm sorry, black man. You see a lot of them doing kiss-ups. Right. I'm sorry, and this and that. My answers did wrong. And, you know, it's them trying to get a good place. Like, you know, can I be the house Edomite?
Trying to be the house.
Yeah, I want to be the house Edomite. They gonna put mud on their skin. They gonna do a blackface for real. Like, I was gonna be like, Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is that shameful spewing. This is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled for shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory.
Ooh, hey, back to everything the statements we just made in the precepts, man. That was a good one right there. He said, your foreskin should be uncovered. That's all Esau's wickedness, man. That's why when you look at a rod and they circumcised, you pull back the foreskin, you see the head. Now everybody see Esau's head, and they like, man, you are the devil in the flesh. Those brothers on the block is right. You know what I'm saying? They said shame spewing on your glory. Now, it used to be a good thing to talk about slavery and what they done did and conquering people. Now it's a bad thing. You know, now they all like, well, that happened a long time ago. They trying to erase it. As you know, it's time to put on the glory, man. Talking about the Civil War Esau had. Every time Esau talk about black on black crime, I bring the Civil War. What about that white on white crime? You know, they kind of shut up, you know, when it come to that. So the shame spewing on his glory. And then it said, what did it say? The right hand to turn against you. That right hand is talking about Yahushua. That's what's happening right now. Yahushua is coming up against this place. And like you said, I don't come for peace. I come to bring a sword. That's why all the Edomites got division. They turn each other's head off. They arguing, they bickering. They like at their little round table. They can't get it together. Hey, you did this and it failed. Well, you did C19 and that failed. Well, you did this and it failed. Where's your your RFID microchip, man? It's taking all day. You moving too slow. Look on the TikTok and YouTube. They getting smarter. You know what I'm saying? Your drug thing failed. You told me crack was gonna destroy them. It didn't. You know what I'm saying? You told me it's like our people smoking more opioids than they are. You said that they would be destroyed. You started, Marcus Sanger started, what was that, abortion? That was supposed to take us out. It didn't. Now, the so-called black woman's like, I'm keeping my baby, and whoop, whoop, I ain't doing that. And yeah, she started, boy, now they trying to be like us. You see them putting on head wraps? The Lord said, like, shut your butt up. Shut your butt up.
A lot of Edomites is taking that abortion now.
Exactly. It's reversing. That's the Lord reversing them curses, man. And now you got Israelite women trying to be like us and, you know, champion what we say, and they trying to get back. They doing that reach back. I said, I'm sorry, black man. The black man is this. The black man is that. I just, with my family, Yesterday, my aunt was talking about all the black man this, black man that. I'm like, oh, now we getting bigged up. Shit, this 10 years ago, y'all said we wasn't shit. Now all of a sudden we this and we that, and our melanin is popping and this and that. Like I said earlier, that's how you know that we starting to get that momentum back. All the women is now running to Jake's boat, like the Isaiah 4:1, and everybody's fleeing from Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? They fleeing for that dudes. He ain't got the money no more. The system is crashed. That's all he had in the first place. Nobody want that dude's little pink pecker, little rod, this little nasty uncooked skin. He look like raw chicken. They didn't really like Edomites. That's why they divorced him a lot. They just dealt with him because he had money and power. Now he ain't got that no more. So they like, there's nothing attractive about you, Earl. Your top is gone. You know what I'm saying? You look at Jake, we in our 40s and 50s, we still look good. When he saw his 40s, 50s, man, this dude looked like he need to go apply this get his insurance shit together. You know what I'm saying? Especially he had 50. That dude like he about to die.
Yeah, pick a fly, then get your head.
Yeah. Yeah. He sounded like he need to do that. Jake still look good at that age, man. So now everybody's fleeing this devil and fleeing this country. Everybody used to come over to Babylon the Great, get their money right. Now everybody leaving. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting on Northern tribes with the Ishkarites. I see them going back to their country like, we're going to build Mexico. America trash. You don't want us here? We gone.
And with them 33 countries, like stopping the trade, that's gonna fuck up the jobs. Cause like, all the metal and everything gets imported from overseas and shit to here. And now if that don't happen, shit, you ain't gonna have no work at your job. What you gonna get laid off? My job already did some stuff like that and laid off people in every building and cut hours. So just imagine now when all these countries is stop shipping over here. That goes into Ecclesiastes 12. Man.
Hey, I got one right quick to back up what you just said. This is Revelation 18 and 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. You know, Esau ain't buying all of the resources from around the world and spreading his money around because he broke.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, in the day where the keepers of the house shall tremble, the strong man shall bow himself, and the grinding shall cease, because there are few, and those that look out the windows shall be darkened. It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets. It's talking about all the store closures. When the sounds of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. But the point is, man, the keepers of the house shall mourn, man. And we're seeing that. Like, they don't know what to do. And then it's saying, the grinding shall cease, man. All these jobs is going to start closing down or laying off until there's no one left until they got to close down. And that goes into the doors being shut in the streets.
No more work in the grinding shall cease, man. That's going to make him broke. And when he broke, he got to go out there and fight for resources. You know, that's going to lead to that sedition among men. So that's part of the control system about Babylon the Great, man. Jobs and having work. I'm going to bring this up too, because this is also talked about way in the Old Testament, get echoed, man. So this is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err, and every work thereof, as a drunken man started in his vomit. Verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head of tail, branch, or rush may do. So who's modern day Egypt? It's Babylon the Great, America. And the Lord said, hey, there will be no more work in Egypt. So that goes with the brother with the sand right there. As far as the country shutting off their trade, that's basically Babylon Great shutting off, the Lord's closing shop in this place. And most of them countries that's cutting off trade, them is European countries that I looked into. So I'm like, that's going to beast hating the war. That's starting up right there. Yeah. So Europe is like, I ain't messing with Babylon Great America no more. And those are sister countries. So if they not getting along no more, hey, that's bad news over here. That's bad news, Babylon the Great. And that's why we tell Jake, we compel him to get into this truth, get in the house of David, and that's the only time you're going to get any type of salvation, deliverance, relief. It's not going to come from Babylon the Great, man. America's finished, man. The best thing you can do is get in this truth, put your faith in your high Bashiach Shah and watch the Lord work for you. The Babylon the Great, that ain't going to work no more. But, majority of Jake got they trust in Babylon the Great. They got their pensions, 401k. Oh, that's about to go in smoke, especially 401ks. That's the first thing that's going to go.
Yeah, wait till that crash.
Yeah, oh, man.
Everybody's 401k is linked to the stock market. And then, we already seen that's going to be a big crash and a big bust. So
All right. So when that go belly up, man, hey, it's gonna be a bad news, man. The next gonna be, hey, they might go at the same time, the pensions and the 401ks. And Jake done slaved for like 20, 30 years. He think he about to get that. And then when it gets snatched away, man, you gonna see Jake's crash out. Like, man, I done work for this devil.
Esau been working and shit 30-something years and shit. Got his pension stacked up, thinking he gonna be living nicely on retirement. And if he got some a nest egg, and he gonna go out shooting everybody, and then his family and himself.
God, that's happening already, man. It's getting so nasty that even like the 2/3 Jakes is doing that too. I seen Jakes unalive they baby mamas and the children, or most baby mamas because of child support.
It was a recent case out here in Tulsa too. It was a recent case. It was a lady. Jake shot his old lady and his child.
They shoot the kids too.
Yeah, and the kid. Yeah,
Oh.
shot his old lady and the kid. The old lady, the kid, the passed, but the old lady, she's still in. I think she's still in pretty critical condition. That lines up perfect with the love of many wax and gold and all of that.
They said they been like that. That's why he better like choose wisely. They always gonna be thug gangster niggas.
But
And the thug gangster nigga act just like Esau. He's doing that. Cause they ain't nothing but the YNs doing that shit. The YNs are them gangster niggas. Cause the man with his hand on straight, man, they gonna say F you and keep it moving. We don't do stuff like, especially shoot the child out. Nah, man, that ain't got nothing to do with this. Yeah, we sure don't do that. But I noticed
he shot the car up. So I don't know if he meant to shoot the child. I don't know the whole situation, but I just seen this little case. I just briefly read it. And then they said the car was shot up. So I guess he was trying to get away from him or whatever the case.
he crashed out.
Yeah.
When you crash out, like all out to go out the window.
Nah.
So he didn't care. Like he probably know his child's in the car, but he didn't care.
Right, yeah.
And that's the Edomite thing. Like Jake don't crash out like that, man. We strong people. But I noticed if you are like a gangster dude, a thug, they act just like Edomites. That's why I now realize why they prefer dudes that's why I put that thing. Yeah, that's why Eve like them so much.
Yeah.
When they want the jailhouse dudes, like when a Jake is like gangstered out, he's really like an Edomite. So she get the best of both worlds. She get the Jake skin, the Jake rod, but an Edomite mentality.
But that goes all, and that also goes right back to what the precept of Aquadar read earlier. That shameful spewing on his glory, because we know when you go into the history, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, was your first gangbangers right here in America.
Right. That's why she go. Right. First gangster was Edomite. Sure, right on that. Jake is that's Jake taking the ways of the heathen. Being a gangster in the cub. There's some taking the ways of the heathen.
And that goes against the laws of Yahweh Shah.
All the way they do. And now they paying for it. Now them same thug gangster that you thought gonna protect you. Now you gotta watch out for him. He looking to crash out, blast you and the children. And then the man he lame, he weak, especially men of the truth. Especially you bring the Bible out, but they dry Keisha stuff up like the goddamn Harvard desert, man. You bring a precept out, this nigga whack, girl. This nigga talking about some God stuff, girl. This nigga so weak. Right. And you go get the gangster dude. Right. Now that's a bad thing. Now they're gonna be doing that reach back where they do talk about some Yahweh Wobble, something like that. I need him in my life. Shit, chemo looking for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the spirit too. Cause when you use the scripture and you talk about scripture in front of a female and she take off, hey, that's the spirit, man. She had them damn demons on it. That's them demons running away from her.
I use that as like the chick. I use that as like a barometer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they should use it, man. To see. If you want to really test her, bring out a precept, tell her you're the truth.
Right.
And we'll see. Yeah, you gonna see what she ain't. If she stays, she really ain't. If she leave, hey, it was never. She got demons on her, man. So really, hey, the Lord saved you. It's a good way to measure a woman or anybody, for that matter.
Scripture did say the wicked flee, but no man pursue.
Yeah. God, that's a good way to run Keisha off, man. Let her have these little gangster dudes. Because all they gonna do when they in a bad way is knock off. Because they scared of Esau, they'll just knock off other Jakes. The curses in them is complete. And then that goes to the Babylonian lifestyle. That's how you know you was over with. The gangster niggas can't be controlled no more. Now they wigging out, knocking off baby mamas and children. Like they're not a safe choice anymore. So that's the Lord establishing order. Now he keeps looking up, I'm on fridge hunt now. I'm looking for them Hebrew Israelites now. I'm looking for a real man. I want to do the work of 9 to 5. And they against a 9 to 5. Yeah. That was a big thing. I wish I would have wanted them out of 9 to 5. And that's gonna go by the wayside. Ain't nobody gonna have a 9 to 5 no more. It's gonna get chopped down all the way back to the source. You're gonna need a man of the Lord. Is what it's gonna be. That's what you're gonna be looking for.
Because like the men of the Lord is the only one gonna be stable in that time. Because with the economic woes and the breakdown of the system, hey, that's gonna lead into famine. And the scripture speaks about famine. It happened before, it's gonna happen again. What happened before time was written for our learning, so we're supposed to learn from that. And a lot of people are gonna go back to resorting to eating people and all kind of shit.
Eating their babies.
Eating their babies, and that's been plenty of precepts like that. It was one that come to mind where it was 2 women and they had 2 babies, and it was like, we're gonna eat your son today and we're gonna eat my son tomorrow. And then they tricked him. And they ate her son and she hid her son.
Right.
So like that's gonna happen again. And Jake ain't gonna have a covering. See, we got a power, we got a covering. And the Lord said, here, protect us, and we shouldn't be hungry, but like all the 2/3 gonna be hungry. But shit, if you was the 2/3, hey, you're gonna be caught out there. Matter of fact, I got a precept.
Real quick, and while you look for a precept, I want to when you mentioned that story, I immediately thought about the 2 women that said I'm gonna eat my child and I'm gonna eat you up later. They immediately went thought about first with the 2 Timothy chapter 3:1 when it said perilous times shall come, and it said men shall be truth breakers. And that right there told you right there what that was the prophecy right there when it said truth breakers. They had a truth that I'm gonna eat your child tomorrow and so on and so forth. And the lady broke that truth, right? And that's basically what's getting ready to come. But when it said perilous time, that means hard to bear. And so that lady, when she explained what was the king Josiah, they was asking that lady about that in that story.
Probably King Solomon.
I think it was Solomon.
Yeah, it was one of the kings, great kings in that. And when he broke that down, when he said truth breaker, and kind of lost my train of thought, but when he said that truth breaker, so the lady was basically crying out, because he said hard to bear, and he said truth breaker, and so the lady it was hard to bear because she basically trusted that lady, and that's what it's going into perilous time. That's what it's described right there, man.
I'll say even bigger than that. You gotta look at women eating their baby.
Yeah,
that's bad. That's a perilous time, man. When you gonna cannibalize something that came out of you,
right?
That's when you know you're in a very, very bad time. And Lord said that's gonna come about again. Women gonna eat their own children. You're in a very bad time because, man, if a woman was really like loving her children, she was really to starve to death before she eat her child. That shit ain't coming to her mind. They say that's a 2/3 woman all the way through to where she eat her own child or like feed her substance. A real woman that like honors and loves her children, she'll starve to death. But if she tell her children to eat meat. When I die, y'all eat meat, man. She really got love in her. But like we said earlier, the love of meat is wax cold. That's the straight brute beast when you're gonna eat your child, heifer, so that you can live. Like you don't want a woman like that.
And if you had trust in the Lord, you would trust that the Lord would provide for you, and He would if you had it. Most of them won't. So that's going to be 2/3 of the nation of Israel who go through that. But this is Ezekiel 4:16. It says, moreover, said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. That's going into like the 2/3. And this happened before. It's going to happen again. It says, and they shall eat bread by weight. Talking about it's going to be rationed out. Like you're going to have to like eat a corner of the crust today. Then like later on the night, eat the other corner of the crust to say, it says, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care. It says, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. Because, water is widely available. You can cut on the faucet and like a gallon to run down the drain and shit. And you're going to have to be drinking that shit drop by drop. And it says that in NLT. It says, what it say? It says, the water shall be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay, because like they gonna be like, damn, I can't believe we got to do it like this, man. And that's how bad it's gonna get out here, and it all down to like the economical woes and how Esau ruling this kingdom is gonna fuck everything up. And it's really because the Lord is putting plagues on this place, and it's time for this place to go.
And through the Spirit, you just describe like a TV series like The Walking Dead. They were rationing out food as well on there, and then how you got the you know, the Walking Dead with that, those dead basically represent the cannibalism. You know, they ain't eating people as well too.
I like how I said they're gonna eat their food with, they're gonna eat the bread with care. That
Right.
means they're gonna be like trying to make sure no drop fall down and
Right,
everything.
right.
They're gonna like, nigga, like it's over with.
Yeah,
Exactly. Something fall on the ground, fuck it, nigga. I'm gonna have to eat that shit, nigga.
Right.
It's gonna be with care.
I had that trust in the Lord with the Isaiah 65th chapter. She said, my servant shall eat, and my servant shall drink. No loose paraphrase. That's why we tell people. They think, oh, you just being wrong. You just doing this. No, man. I'm trying to tell you to save your soul. And so you're going to get that smoke. When you have a shout to come into the Lord, man, the Lord going to take care of his hopefully elect.
Exactly. And then like the precept to be on everybody's coffee table with the book wide open. What is that? Psalms 23. And it said, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of my enemy. Like that, like people skip over that part, but that's for the elect right there. The Lord said he'll prepare a table for you, prepare a table in front of you before your enemies. That means like when all hell is breaking loose and everybody is going crazy, the Lord is gonna say, have food for you, man. And there's plenty of accounts where the Lord made food materialize, made meal continue to pile up when it was only a little bit, and a lot of things like that. You just gotta know them stories. That's why I said, well, the fourth time was very for our learning.
Yeah, the animals delivering food
Yeah,
too.
the animals delivering food, dropping bread and cakes and things of that nature. Yeah.
And, my favorite part, my favorite one is when Daniel was in the lion's den, and he sent one of the prophets, Habakkuk. He sent Habakkuk, and by an angel he dropped the food because Habakkuk was already preparing the food, and then you know, and the angel told him that you need to go give Daniel, you know, that food while he's in the lion den. He said, "Oh Lord, I don't know, it's too far away." And then the angel basically zapped him up, put him right in the lion den. He fed Daniel, and then the angel sent him back where he was.
He teleportation.
Teleportation. That's spiritual power right there.
Exactly. Said, but you tell Jake that, like, boy, you sure believe a lot of fantasy stuff. But it's right there in the scripture.
It really
is reality.
Yeah.
About to be a reality, man. If you can teleport, man, that's a very, very big power, man. Good luck catching somebody that can do that. You know, girls say he can boom, boom, boom all around the world, get food. I said, brothers, look, that was, I like you brought that up. That was a big thing to say if that's your spiritual power. That might be your job to save other hopefully legs. Like that might be, I'm gathering up these speeches. You might teleport over here. He over here, you know, getting tried. Right. So the Lord put it on me to give him this peaches. He in a concentration camp. Yeah. In a smart city. Boom, boom, boom. Hear that? You ain't got to take no chip. Here, I got about 10 peaches. And then you teleport up out of there. And that was you, the Lord, testing that brother to see if you're going to hold faith. You know what I'm saying? Brother felt like, I ain't taking your chip. And then he might tell the other brother, okay, teleport, bring him them 10 peaches. Boom, I got another brother for you to go, you know, do the same thing with. You know what I'm saying? You never know how the Lord gonna do this, but you see that one prophet to another. One prophet helped another prophet. That's gonna happen again when Babylon Great like really goes in destruction time. So that's why it should hold your integrity. You know, you never know how the Lord can do this. You be sending to the concentration camp, thinking the Lord don't forsake you. You know what I'm saying? You hold strong, and all of a sudden another brother here, he got a whole hamburger and all kind of little stuff for you to eat. You know what I'm saying? He saw come over there like, you ready to get them on TV now? You are man, fuck you.
I think it was Peter. He was locked up in prison, chained up and everything, and the Lord sent an angel. Busted him out.
Yeah, got him on out.
And the soldiers on the side of him sleep too. So like busted him out, broke him, opened the gate, walked him out, and then disappeared. Like plus that word standard in that precept where the Lord will lift up a standard, it goes into like disappear. So that goes into like, the Lord might teleport you or something out of there or something like that.
So basically, hold your integrity, man. And the Lord, you know, the Lord got you. You know, that's why we come out here with this word to tell brothers that.
Yeah, and then also that's why the precept it was in Proverbs chapter 3 and Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5 where it said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not onto thy own understanding. And he said, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. And so what we just described, that was the Lord directing the path of the prophet. Go here, go there. And you know, and that's all because the prophet actually trusted in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, and then even King David said it in Psalm chapter 37 and verse 25, and he said, I have been young and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And so, and that's pretty much what this is what King David said. He said this on his deathbed, right? And he said, you know, even with Yahweh he said he have not seen the righteous forsaken nor begging for bread. And so that means if you those righteous actually trusting in the Lord with all his heart and all his being, man. You know.
And why is that happening? Because the Babylon Great is about to be destroyed. So America's not gonna be able to sustain you anymore. This place is done with. You gotta make your refuge your house shot and not Babylon the Great America. You gotta flee from Babylon the Great. You know, the Lord said, forsake her. Get that American pride off of you. Everything you got in America, oh, America got this, America got military, America got that, America never go down. That should not be your mindset. That should not be in your mind. Because if you put your hope in Babylon Great America, you're going to be thoroughly disappointed.
Scripture said there's one name under heaven where we might be saved, and that's our shot.
Exactly. Not America. You know, you got all these J's, America this, America that. I'm like, bro, this place is about to be cooked.
Even the Lord said in what Jeremiah 17:5, when he says, "Cursed be the man that trusteth in man and making flesh his arm." You know, and that's basically your curse. You ultimately, the Lord is not going to save you if you trusting in His place, man.
Or to those who go to Egypt for help.
Right.
I just had a point, like these 2/3 think like there's so many nukes, and these 2/3 think that they're not going to get shot. Like, why are you going to have a gun if you're not going to shoot it? Like, and that's all you need to know. That we have modern day nukes. Like, why do you think they're not going to go off? But you know, if they don't see that,
they've been Babylon Great been in care for so long and never been touched, so they think it ain't gonna be touched. I heard a lot of people tell me that America never go down. America this and that. America got this. They like I said, they put their trust in the chariots and in the military and that sword. And I'm like, bro, that stuff breaking, man.
And I
get touched.
I read that precept earlier. You know, come down and see the dust, O birds and daughters of Babylon. You know, that's basically what the Lord said. He gonna allow Babylon to be touched.
But they ain't read that. They don't. Yeah, they think like America ain't never been touched in their lifetime, their parents' lifetime, so it never will be. But you know, they don't know biblical prophecy. But the Lord, what He say, I'm gonna show you. And you can vividly see it right now, but they're blinded. But they're still caught in that American pride. And what they say, pride goes for destruction. The American pride, yeah, the Lord gonna bring them back down low. We ain't got no pride in America. We say F America all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? This place, I hate.
Not to mention the scripture said, he that rolleth a stone is returned unto him.
Right.
And Esau came them nukes to shoot it off on everybody else and think he's gonna be all right. But the Lord is gonna allow all them nukes that they created to touch him.
Man, God, that's the spirit, man. Even Yahweh Shah said it, because he compared, you know, people to trees, right? And in this place is that wicked tree. And he also said, every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit, it's gonna be hewn down and cast into the fire. And that's this place right here.
Yeah, so with that being said, man, it's been edifying. We're all praising glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Kwam Yasharala wa Abu Shalom.
Yasharala, baby.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, and stay locked in, man. Y'all